I'd like to welcome Beth Parrick here today. Beth is the board president of GRF, and you had your meeting last week, and welcome. Nice to have you on today.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so you got several things you'd like to talk about.
I'd like to start out by giving you a little bit of a background of my chair's remarks, because it's kind of timely to say. I started out with Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there in the community, all the fathers out there in the community, and the fathers that are on our hardworking staff, and our fathers that are on all of our boards. And Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Also I try to focus my chair's remarks on what this community is about, kindness and neighborliness.
Right.
And I mentioned that there are many clubs in this community that have the opportunity to donate to the foundation, and they really do.
Yes, they do. Yes.
And some even put on events to raise money for the foundation. One of them is, all of us know, the Men's Golf Club, and they really go for it. And the Sunshine group had a concert last Sunday night and raised money for us. And on the 29th, what is it? The Golden Girl Dance show will be raising money for the foundation. So then the other part is that's the kindness part, and the neighbors helping neighbors.
Right.
Our recreation department does a wonderful job of reaching out and helping to get people together in a neighborly way. The Memorial Day celebration really was something that really was a reaching out, and I can't wait for the 4th of July celebration. That will be really, really big. So now on to some of the things that happened in our meeting. Gates 1 and 9 should be complete this following week, maybe by the 24th would be a good date to look at. And then on July 1st, we're going to start work on, let me see, gates 4, 10, and 14. So 3 of them, which we're really looking forward to really moving along with getting the gates in place. And we really are. That's wonderful. And here's something that we addressed: amending the traffic rules in the community. And that's the parking rules that we're looking at. And so I wrote out so I wouldn't miss who is ineligible to be able to go to traffic school rather than pay their fine. And these are folks that have gotten their parking ticket for their RV lot, handicap parking, and other specific moving violations, hit and run, and not having a valid driver's license, and reckless driving. So all of those, no traffic school. I mean, traffic school, no, just pay your fine. So the 27 golf course is going to have possible summer closures. We had Tom McRae come and talk to us about that. And last summer, there was this great need for doing something about it, because remember, it was such a hot summer.
Yes, it was.
We may not have to do that. It's the roll of the dice. We don't know what the weather's going to be like. But they need to be able to say, we're going to have some closures, 9 holes at a time, to give it a rest. So that was something that came up in the meeting. And Roundup, and the discussion of Roundup that goes on in our community and really around the world. And so we are going to not use Roundup around our clubhouses, and that's really where the greatest part of our landscaping is. And you know, I wanted to mention, because you mentioned this at the meeting, that at this point you're talking about around the clubhouses, the golf course is under really recreation, where around the clubhouse is under landscape. So right now you're looking at that. As far as the golf courses go, that remains to be seen on that. That's a much bigger issue to control all that. And it's a different kind of an issue with Sean, who's in charge of the landscaping there at the golf course. You know, it's really kind of a different type of issue. So they'll be addressing that, and probably we'll be back on talking to you about that. Okay, good. Thanks for saying that, Ken. Now here's the big one, the really big one. And this is something that we had to do. So we have a 28-day notification so we can all talk about it. But Fox Sports West and Fox Sport Prime Ticket, we will be canceling. We're proposing canceling from our 2020 lineup. And the reason for that is about $1 million or so that it would cost us, and that's just so prohibitive in the cost. And there are other ways that we can get the sports events on TV. So that's what we're looking for.
And we want to emphasize, this is not Fox Network, Fox News, and all that.
No.
They're two regional sporting networks that are within this area. And this comes about because there was a breakup within the Fox Corporation when Disney took part of it, and they had to dissolve some of this stuff, and another company took over these, and so on and so forth. But this is not, because people keep going, you're getting rid of Fox. No, you're looking at the possibility, probably not carrying these two regional networks.
Being talked about for this 28-day period. Yes. And so then the next board meeting, we will be doing the voting on it. And no, it's not Fox News, no, it's not Fox Business, and whatever other Fox does. It's those two Fox channels. And then we had the committee reports, and I have the pleasure of, and also the committee reports, I'm hoping that the folks look at the rerun on our TV station to see how each and every one of our board members reports on their committee. And so I'm just going to give you a little bit on the Thrive Task Force, which is what I report on. And one of the big things that we're doing, and I know that you've had this on, is this Centenarian Project. Mark Rabinovich and Lucy Parker are really putting that forth as our Thrive project for this year. And what that is there are over 78 people in this village that are living in this village and are over 100 years old. And so they have had the opportunity to interview 15 of these folks so far. And so we will have a display. Well, for the introductory display will be on June 28th, when we will have all of them together to be able to see one another and see the photos of the before, perhaps their high school graduation picture, and next to it a picture of them today. So that will be kind of a special thing for them. And then the first time for the entire community is going to be at the 4th of July celebration. And we'll have inside Clubhouse 2, we'll have all of the photos, and we'll have an ongoing loop of the interviews so that people can stop and at least see a couple of the interviews inside. And then outside, someone will be talking about it a little bit so people will know, come on inside and see.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is. I think it's just such a wonderful project. And so many people, I mean, I mentioned the two leaders, but so many people have worked on this. Our interviewers have been wonderful. Cindy Whitney's, done.
She's really good.
She's done a great job with that.
Really gotten into it. You know, it's interesting. You say 78 people, 100 or over. And when you look at that as far as years, that's minimum. That's 7,800 years worth of history. That's incredible when you think about that.
Wow. I hadn't thought about that. That's
but when you look at it that way, that's something.
You're right. So that's, I think, just a wonderful thing that this group is doing for the community. And so I started out talking about a neighborliness and kindness that's in this village, and this is another demonstration of, look at our neighbors that are over 100 and how great they are. And one of the problems that our folks had in doing this whole project was getting the 100-year-olds to say a time that they could be interviewed because they're so busy. They're so busy.
That's really great. Very good. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm thinking that you were going to ask me about the fees meeting that was on
That's
Tuesday.
Up to you. I didn't know if you wanted to.
I'm not going to talk about that today because I didn't
think you did. That's why I didn't ask.
No, I did not come with all of my paperwork and whatnot.
Okay.
Because that really is another whole interview time for another day.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
And that was, by the way, Ken, you know, the first shot at the budget with us. It was just rolling the dice for the first time. We'll be coming back around and around about that.
All right, very good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
and we'll be right back.
Thank you.